Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bosch. The number of clean diesel models in North America will double by 2014. Bosch Clean Diesel. Good, clean, fun. Bridgestone. Your journey, our passion. And by Dow Automotive Systems. Improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Hello again and welcome to Autoline Daily. It's Friday, yes, Friday, the 24th of February, 2012. John is out rather unexpectedly this morning, so you guys are stuck with me for the duration today. But sit tight because we have got a boatload of interesting news to report. And first up, Volkswagen. The company just posted record financial results for 2011. Its earnings before interest and taxes were up 58% to $15.1 billion. Yes, billion with a B. Revenue was also up 26%, exceeding $213 billion. All told, the company sold close to 8.3 million units last year. VW wants to become the largest automaker in the world before the end of the decade, and we think it can declare victory right now. As McElroy has said many times before, Chrysler is keeping Fiat afloat. We all know things are getting tough in Europe, and Reuters reports the Turin-based automaker may have to close 2 more plants in Italy if it doesn't start exporting vehicles to the U.S., where demand is actually starting to increase. This is referring, of course, to the Alfa Romeos its American dealers desperately need. Fiat has already shuttered a factory in Sicily, and it looks like more are on the way. Chinese automaker Geely just announced it plans to set up a joint venture with Volvo in order to create its own brand for the Chinese market. According to Gasgoo, the two companies have already sought government approval and hope to announce details in the next few months. Even though Geely owns Volvo, it's still considered a foreign brand by the government, so it must set up a joint venture before it can produce cars in the country. Great news for all you EV lovers out there. TJ Martin and Pedro Fernandez, this one is for you guys. GM has resumed production of your favorite vehicle. Yes, the Chevrolet Volt is once again rolling down the line in Hamtramck, Michigan. According to the Detroit Free Press, GM hasn't built any since late December. The car is now being offered with a special low emissions package for, surprise, surprise, the California market. Buyers in the Golden State will be eligible for an additional $1,500 rebate beyond the $7,500 federal tax credit. They'll also have access to the state's prized carpool lanes. You know, maybe electrics aren't so bad after all. In somewhat related news, Panasonic announced it will supply lithium-ion batteries to Ford for its hybrid and plug-in hybrid vehicles. Sanyo, which was acquired last year by Panasonic, had been supplying nickel metal hydride batteries to the company since 2004, and I believe they use those in the Escape Hybrid. Panasonic's Li-ion packs will be used in the Ford Fusion and the C-Max hybrids, as well as the plug-in versions of both models. The high-dollar, high-performance SLS AMG is a pretty sweet ride, and its gull-wing doors only amplify the coolness. But more is always better, right? Well, according to Autoblog, Mercedes-Benz could be toying with the idea of a 4-door SLS. Sketches of one popped up in a German patent application. They show the vehicle with a small back seat and matching suicide doors in addition to the gull wings. Guys, put down your pencils and back away from the drafting board. Those little doors bring to mind the Saturn Ion Quad Coupe. After the sponsor message, John sits down with the U.S. Secretary of Transportation, Ray LaHood. Stick around for that.
Clean diesel models in North America will double by 2014. Why? Higher take rates, lower cost of ownership, longer range and better fuel mileage, lower CO2 emissions. Clean diesel, good, economical, functional. Bosch, invented for life.
As I mentioned before the break, John's special guest on Autoline this week is none other than Ray LaHood, the U.S. Secretary of Transportation. In the following bite, John asks him all about distracted driving.
When you get in the car, put both hands on the wheel, both eyes on the road, and put the texting device or cell phone in the glove compartment. Personal responsibility will go a long way to saving lives and saving injuries.
Which, of course, could be said for so many other things in life, too. But there's been talk of banning cell phone use altogether, even hands-free. If I remember right, you don't believe that's really going to happen.
Well, I think what people should do is, first of all, take personal responsibility. I think number two, if police have opportunities to change people's behavior by writing tickets if they are using a cell phone, and there are laws in those communities that they do write tickets. I think that we need to continue to emphasize to people that you can't drive safely with a cell phone or a texting device, and we need to
drive safely with a hands-free phone.
Well, we're doing some studies on that right now. We don't know the answer. We don't know if there's a real cognitive distraction from the use of a Bluetooth or sync or, listening to the radio or whatever, or listening to somebody sitting next to you. The value that we have, or the studies we do, and basing what we do on good data, and we're doing some studies now on the cognitive problems that may occur from hands-free devices, whether they be texting devices, whether they be cellular devices, whether they be GPS or radio or whatever.
Of course, if you have people sitting in the front seat or even the back seat, talking to them could be the same sort of distraction, as a hands-free phone?
We know it's a distraction, but we know that people really do, when they're on a phone, they're real intense about it. They are paying a lot more attention to maybe than... When somebody's sitting next to you, talking, you can have both hands on the wheel, and you can have both eyes on the road. That's not the case when you got a cell phone up to your ear.
Right, when you're cradling a phone, I agree.
Right.
Fascinating discussion. And as always, you can check out the whole Megillah right now on our website, Autoline.tv. It is definitely worth watching. Anyway, that's a wrap for today and this week. But before I sign off, please check out Roundabout tonight, starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We've got two hilarious guests lined up, Al Vinacore and Chris Sawyer, in addition to Miss Motormouth herself, Michelle Naranjo. You won't want to miss it. And with that, thank you for your time. Have a great weekend, and we will see you back here again on Monday.
Ward's is the industry leader for news, data, and analysis. That's why companies across the globe subscribe to our premium service, maybe even your own. Log in for subscriber access now. Check your company's intranet for details, and rely on wardsauto.com to keep you informed.